Kuzangpo and a very warm welcome to yet another edition of Bhutan This Week. I'm Tandin Finso. Our top stories this week. The interim government has decided to function as the government after extensive deliberation. The first presidential debate was held on 8th May in Thimphu, and the country's biggest cement plant, Dungsam Cement Corporation, will turn commercial this year. This is the first time that an interim government has been set up following the enactment of the Constitution of the Kingdom of Bhutan. The interim government, after extensive deliberations and careful examination of constitutional provisions and the Royal Kasho, has decided to function on the same principles as the government.
The Cabinet Secretariat will support and function as the interim government secretariat as in case of the regular cabinet. The ministries, the constitutional bodies, the commissions, the autonomous bodies and other agencies will ensure that normal government functions are carried out so that existing activities of the government continue, especially those in the pipeline like the completion of the 10th five-year plan, formulation of the 11th five-year plan and discussions on projects and mobilization of aid financing with foreign entities. The Chief Advisor, Lemposonam Tobge, is in charge of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Home and Cultural Affairs. Lempo Om Pradhan will look after the Ministries of Agriculture and Forests and Information and Communications. Advisor Tilnedoji is in charge of the Ministry of Health. Advisor Dashonetan Zangmo, Ministry of Works and Human Settlement. Advisor Dashokarma Ura, Ministry of Finance, GNH Commission, Tourism Council of Bhutan and National Statistical Bureau. Advisor Dashopema Tilne is in charge of the Ministry of Education, and Advisor Dashur Tsewang Rinzan is in charge of the Ministries of Economic Affairs and Labour and Human Resources. The interim government has said it will assist and enable the Election Commission of Bhutan to hold free and fair elections and is hence appealing to civil servants to remain apolitical to ensure successful elections. Tara Limbu for BBS News.
The first presidential debate 2013 took place on 8th May at the Royal Thimphu College. The debate took place among the presidents of the four parties that qualified for the primary round after the scrutiny of letters of intent by the Election Commission of Bhutan. The DPT President Jigmewai Tinle, PDP President Sring Tobge, DNT President Doji Choden and the DCT President Lili Wangchuk shared their party ideologies at the debate. A BBS panel where the audience was allowed to ask questions to the presidents was also organized after the ECB presidential debate. The country's biggest cement plant, Dungsam Cement Corporation Limited, will become commercial in August this year. The construction of the 10.5 billion Nultram project, with a capacity to produce over 1 million tons of cement every year, began in 2007.
After missing several deadlines due to delayed earthworks, labourers and frequent strikes in Assam, the Dungsam Cement project will finally begin marketing cement from the third week of August. The plant, which is also close proximity to the Indian state of Assam, will market 80% of cement in this state, while 20% of the total production will meet local needs, particularly those of hydropower plants. The managing director of Dungsam Cement said the main focus at the moment is on capturing the Indian market.
We would rather concentrate on selling outside in terms of rupee, since the country is having acute shortage of rupee. But then if we are told that in the mega power projects Dungsam cement is needed, then we'll have to look into. As of now, we see that about 80% of our product will have to be sold right from northeast up to Tinsukia, from Tinsukia in Upper Assam, way up to Purania and Malda, Purania in East Bihar, Malda in West Bengal, northern part of West Bengal. So we plan to sell in these regions, the clinker first and cement later. And 20% of our cement we feel that we may need to sell within the country. And later on in actual practice, this figure may go up and down.
The plant, which also has the capacity to produce 1 million ton of clinker, dispatched their first consignment of clinkers this week. Clinker is a residue left after producing cement, which is used by some countries where cement raw materials are not available. Dungsam Cement project was initiated by the Royal Government of Bhutan in 1982 with assistance from the Government of India. It was incorporated under the Companies Act as a wholly owned subsidiary of DHI in 2009. Sonofunso for BBS News.
To address the issue on double taxation on Druk holdings and investments, an interim measure has been put in place. However, during the annual DHI conference on 3rd May, the need for an amendment to the Income Tax Act was underlined.
One among many challenges for Druk holding and investments is the double taxation that companies under it have borne. For instance, Druk Green Power Corporation is a DHI-owned company and has shares in Dagachu. Once Dagachu is operational, they will have to pay an income tax on their earning. Part of the earning from Dagachu also goes to DGPC. When DGPC declares that income, they have to pay 30% tax on it. The earnings are finally DHI's, but DHI is taxed at 30% once more. So the double taxation actually becomes multiple taxation, which is seen as inhibiting the creation of reserves at DHI. New investment for DHI becomes difficult without reserves, says the CEO of DHI, Karmayantan.
Now, supposing we want to make a 100 million Ultram investment, then we'll have to bring up about 130 million, because then 30 million would go as taxes to the government. So this becomes very inefficient from DHI's perspective and very cumbersome also, because every time you want to do a project of 100 million, you have to bring so much more money, and from a returns perspective, it becomes very poor because 30% goes as tax.
As the current interim measure, the companies make investments on behalf of DHI. One such example is DHI Infra. The company was created with major funds from Druk Green Power Corporation and certain shares from DHI. However, CEO Karmayantan said the setup is not ideal for the companies and the only solution is to amend the Income Tax Act.
But if this double taxation or multiple taxation issue is not resolved, then this is something that we will have to continue, because we will not be able to bring in money at DHI without paying taxes. And so we hope that this will be an interim measure that we are taking. And we've requested the government also to look at amending the Income Tax Act, because when this Income Tax Act was created, there were no holding companies. Now that DHI has been created as the first holding company, then some revision is required.
DHI says meeting the increasing dividend obligation to the government has also been a challenge, as power sector companies, mainly Druk Green Power Corporation, saw only a marginal increase in its revenue generation in 2012. Karmayantan said they have requested the government to resolve the issue of power tariffs for the viability of DGPC and to continue generation of income. Pemasuki for BBS News.
The motorable bridge over Thimphu in Thimphu was inaugurated last Friday. The bridge will serve as a lifeline for the people of 4 Gyeoks across the Mao River.
The bridge was inaugurated by the Zongda of Sarbang Songkhak. The grassroots leaders and people, the 4 Gyeoks of Serjong, Chusagang, Umling and Taratang, rejoiced and celebrated the inauguration of the bridge. Until now, to travel to Thimphu and rest of the country, people of the 4 Gyeoks have to either cross the Mao River or the Thimphu. People use temporary bridges to cross the rivers when the monsoon season begins. Some brave their way through the river, but when the monsoon is at its peak, the 4 Gyeoks remain accessible only by boat.
The river has been posing a huge risk to the lives of the people. Every year, at least one person is washed away by the river. The bridge will benefit the people immensely.
The new bridge will be the lifeline for the people of the 4 Gyeoks. People are happy that the bridge has been opened with the monsoon season round the corner.
Be it day or night, small children or adult. When people fall sick, often they have to return home as the rivers become inaccessible and people die. So we are thankful for the bridge.
It is beneficial for children. Before, when they could not cross the river, they could not go to school. These days, children can go to school without any problem. For that, we are grateful for the bridge.
The former MP of Gelifu constituency, who was also present at the inaugural ceremony, said although the bridge over Maukola did not materialize, he is happy that the people now have an alternative.
When we campaigned, we promised to construct a bridge over Maukola. But later, we found that it was going to be very expensive to construct a bridge over the river. Since it was difficult to mobilize such a huge amount, we thought an alternative was necessary, looking at the problems of the people, even if it is for the time being. So we discussed and started it.
The bridge will no doubt benefit the people immensely, but there are also concerns. On one side of the bridge, there is a need to construct a retaining wall as the soil is very loose. Another concern is the need for drain along the newly constructed 7-kilometer road that connects both sides of the bridge.
A lot of money has been invested in the road and bridge. If the retaining wall and the drain along the road are not constructed, the huge investment will go waste when the monsoon comes. So we hope the government will look for some more funds, as it will benefit all the 4 geogs. Otherwise, people will have to cross the Mau River, risking their lives. What is more important is the bridge, and we have got it. Now it will be very beneficial if additional funds can be granted to construct the retaining wall and the drain. We have put up the request and are hopeful.
The bridge has a load capacity of 20 metric tons and was constructed at a cost of 10.5 million yutam. Test Jordan, PBS News, Gelifu.
Residents of Samdzonkar have been crying foul over the erratic and sometimes no drinking water supply for more than 3 weeks now. The Thomde office says major renovation work at the source is now finished and normal supply should resume. Residents say the water problem in Samdzonkar needs to be solved once and for all.
It has become too common and an everyday ritual in Samdzonkar for families to dedicate their time collecting drinking water from springs and water holes around the town. The town's water supply into homes has become defunct. Health officials have warned that spring water close to residential areas is not safe, but there is no choice. With rising summer temperature, it is a problem for the residents.
It's been for a couple of weeks. We face a lot of problems. We have to go around say 4 to 5 kilometers to get water. And with regard to strain over here, to clean the toilets and everything clean, we need water. Water is very must in our life.
It has been more than 3 weeks now without water, and it is not just me complaining about water problem. Everyone is suffering. Don't really know what is Thomde office doing about this. They say they are fixing the problem, but we still don't get enough water. And to run a restaurant without water is a problem. With family, the need for water is ever more. The first thing is we need to keep our toilets clean, especially when we have small children. Water problem is a great concern here, especially during the summer. It has been more than 2 weeks now.
Our children don't want to fetch water all the time. I cannot attend to any other works. I have to spend my time fetching water. It will be a relief if I don't have to fetch water every day.
Because there is water problem almost everywhere in the town, people want to source and manage their own water.
The main pipe which is running right below the riverbed, which is I think embedded almost 1.5 to 2 meters below the riverbed. I think that pipe, actually it is a perforated pipe where all the filtration process take place. That pipe are all, I think, corroded. It is rusted and is broken down at several places, and therefore I think we have to replace at few places. I think we have replaced about 5 pieces of pipe.
The Thomde office said it was for the first time such a major renovation was carried out after the pipes were placed since 1985. With this done,
Water problem in Samruk Zonkar is expected to be solved for some time. Compiled for Kinsangishi, Karmatring, BVS News.
Shortage of doctors is a real concern at the Samsi hospital. While doctors are overwhelmed by the number of patients, patients complain about inadequate attention and other difficulties.
Long queues of patients are seen at Samsi hospital almost every day due to the shortage of doctors. Samsi has only 2 doctors at present, and most times patients find themselves consulting senior health staff. Patients are obviously not very pleased.
Patients are having a tough time, especially when serious patients from poor backgrounds get referred to the Thimphu hospital. It will be of immense benefit to the public if such facilities existed in Samsi hospital with the necessary manpower.
We travel from Chiangmari and brought our children for checkups, but it is quite inconvenient when there aren't enough doctors.
There are only 2 doctors at the moment. When one doctor is engaged in routine ward duty, hundreds of patients gather at the door of the only other doctor available. We are in urgent need of more doctors here.
The district medical officer Sring Tamang says shortage of doctors became a problem since May this year. One of the contract doctors had left after completing his contract period then, and the number of the patients had also increased, he says. The hospital is currently getting by with the help from a health assistant for OPD patients, but Sring adds this is not enough.
Since this May onwards, we have been left with only 2 doctors. And at this time of the year, like rainy season and all, patient load is increasing day by day. So one will usually see the ward, and other doctor usually sit for the OPD. And because we have a lot of patients, so we have asked the MCH, HAs to see the OPDs for the timing. So usually they see the normal cases, and the cases which cannot be managed by them, they usually refer to us.
The medical officer, however, said the hospital is expecting a gynecologist and a surgeon very soon. Over 200 patients visit the hospital daily. Compiled for Karmaongdi, Sonam Hamo for BBS News.
Samsi Lower Secondary School started facing shortage of classrooms since 2009 due to an increasing number of students. The school introduced a shift system to address the problem, but has not been successful so far.
Samsi Lower Secondary School has total of 41 sections which are divided into morning and afternoon classes. Students attending morning classes have to report to school at 6 a.m. Morning classes begin at 6:40 in the morning and last till noon. The afternoon classes begin at 12:40 p.m. and continue till 6:15 p.m. Only PP students have normal classes like in other schools. The principal says the shift system is being practiced as there is no other alternative available at the moment.
There are only 25 classrooms and we could not construct additional classroom due to lack of space. The school continues to have a number of new enrollments every year. That is why we still practice shift system.
Several parents are, however, demanding that the issue of space be addressed as soon as possible. They say all involved, including teachers and students, find the arrangement highly inconvenient.
For resolving the issue, an additional school building should come up. Normal classes from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. would not only benefit our children, but would be convenient for the parents as well.
The principal of the school told BBS that the Dzongkhag administration is trying to acquire land belonging to the Department of Roads below the school. An additional classroom is planned on the land in the 11th five-year plan. The Samsi Lower Secondary School was established in 1957. This school currently has 1,438 students and 59 teachers with 28 classrooms. Compiled for Karmondi, Shurab Zangmo for PBS News.
The standard of living has been improving for the people of Khoma Gyok and Hlunsi thanks to hard-working women who are always busy weaving Kishuthara. Kishuthara is an expensive Bhutanese textile and Khoma is famous for it. Our reporter in Hlunsi, Sonamugen, visited the Gyok to see the recent developments.
The very first glimpse at the houses in Khoma gives you a clear picture of how well they are doing. More and more two-storied traditional houses with intricate Bhutanese architecture have filled the villages. A walk up to the veranda of a house, you will be greeted by women busy weaving. Almost every woman and girl here weaves. Girls weave simple clothes, while women weave Kishuthara. During our recent visit, we also caught up with some tourists admiring the intricacy of the textile.
After a difficult journey to reach here, it's very pleasing to see such beautiful skills. They are really gifted.
The women here said they earn about 200,000 yultrum every year. Some of them were even able to buy cars for their husbands. Time is precious. Family members take turns to babysit so that mothers can finish the job on time. And men are busy reaping the benefits. They're able to construct new houses for themselves and the community.
Women earn much more than us because of their weaving.
Kishuthara is the main source of income for the people of Khoma. The price of silk Kishuthara ranges from 30,000 to 60,000 yultrum. Compiled for Sonamugen, Kinga Wangmo for PBS News.
The film Thank You Sir bagged 12 awards of the total 29 awards at the 12th National Film Festival. 20 movies went to the festival this year, which was held on 2nd May.
Sringalson, who played the lead role in the film Thank You Sir, won the award for the Best Actor. He also took the awards for Best Scriptwriter and the Best Director. Sring Zangmo, the lead female actor in the film, won the award for the Best Newcomer Female. In total, the movie bagged 12 of the 29 awards. The award for the Best Supporting Actors were taken by Namkhelham and Kramasunam for their roles in Thank You Sir. Setan Wangchuk's furious performance in the movie bagged him the award for the Best Actor in a Negative Role. An educational and social movie, Thank You Sir, also won the award for the Best Film on Youth and Education. The film has also been applauded for having the Best Background Score, Best Music Composer and Best Female Singer. Meanwhile, Tsoki Somokarchung took the award for the Best Female Actor and also Best Actor in a Comic Role from the film Charim Sarim Ishisogil. The movie also won the award for Best Film of the Year. Jamyang Jamso Wangchuk has won the award for the Best Newcomer Male for his performance in the film Gelsi. Penlo Agehap took home 4 awards. Kiledoji, the lead actor, was awarded the Best Art Director. The movie won awards for being the Best Spoken Zonka and Culture-Based Film. And Tanensring won the Best Child Artist for his role in Penlo Agehap. Green Media bagged the award in Best Animation category for the movie The Mermaid, and the Best Visual Effects award went to Star Creation for the film Tsaruchup. Lakidolma won the Best Lyricist award from the movie Lui de Sem. Pemerinzen won the award for Best Visual Editor and Best Sound Designer from the same movie. Dishin Somo won the Best Makeup Artist award for her work in Selvi Karsalma. Rinchinamge won the Best Single Male award and Karmajari the Best Choreographer. And Senchudoji won the Best Cameraman award. Kingo Wangmo for PBS News.
That's all we have for you this week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tandin Finso saying goodbye.